In a recent letter published in the scientific journal Nature, more than 2,500 scientists, engineers, and industry leaders called for a halt to the development and deployment of language models like GPT-3, citing concerns over their potential negative consequences. The letter argues that these models are capable of producing misleading, biased, or false information on a massive scale, potentially causing harm to individuals and society as a whole. The letter calls for the establishment of new ethical standards for the development and deployment of these models, including transparency, accountability, and human oversight. The signatories also call for increased investment and research into the risks and benefits of these models, as well as into alternative approaches to AI development. The letter has sparked a debate within the AI community, with some arguing that a halt to the development of language models like GPT-3 would stifle innovation and limit the potential benefits of AI. Others, however, argue that the risks associated with these models are too great to ignore, and that more must be done to ensure their responsible development and deployment. The potential misuse of these models, particularly for the spread of fake news, disinformation, and other forms of propaganda. The concern raised by the signatories of the letter is that these language models could be used to create and spread false information at a scale that was not previously possible. The ability of these models to generate coherent and convincing text makes them potentially powerful tools for those seeking to spread disinformation, propaganda, and fake news. The models could be trained to create convincing but entirely false news stories, social media posts, and other content, which could then be shared widely through online platforms. In recent years, there have been numerous examples of the way in which false information can spread rapidly through social media and other online channels. This has been particularly evident during election campaigns, where false stories and conspiracy theories have been used to sway public opinion. The concern is that these language models could be used to create more convincing and realistic versions of these false stories, which could be much harder to identify and counteract. The signatories to the letter argue that the potential risks posed by the misuse of language models like GPT-3 are too great to ignore, and that a more cautious and responsible approach is needed. They are calling for a halt to the development and deployment of these models until their potential risks and benefits have been more thoroughly assessed, and appropriate safeguards put in place to prevent their misuse. Greater transparency and accountability in the development and deployment of AI technologies, including language models like GPT-3. The letter signed by over 2,500 scientists, engineers, and industry leaders also calls for greater transparency and accountability in the development and deployment of AI technologies, including language models like GPT-3. The concern is that without proper oversight and transparency, these models could be used to spread misinformation, amplify biases, or even be weaponized for malicious purposes. One of the proposed solutions is to require the disclosure of the source code and training data used to develop these models. This would allow for greater scrutiny of the models and potentially identify biases or other issues that need to be addressed. Additionally, the letter calls for the establishment of ethical guidelines and standards for the development and deployment of AI technologies, which would help ensure that these models are used ethically and responsibly. Overall, the call for greater transparency and accountability is an important step towards ensuring that the development and deployment of AI technologies like GPT-3 are aligned with ethical principles and do not cause harm to individuals or society as a whole. While the call for a halt to the AI race sparked by GPT-3 is unlikely to be heeded, it does highlight the need for a more thoughtful and cautious approach to the development and deployment of AI technologies. While the call for a halt to the AI race sparked by GPT-3 is unlikely to be heeded, it does highlight the need for a more thoughtful and cautious approach to the development and deployment of AI technologies. Many experts believe that the pace of AI development has outstripped our ability to fully understand the potential risks and unintended consequences of these technologies. Therefore, it is important to prioritize transparency and accountability in the development and deployment of AI technologies like language models. This includes ensuring that the potential risks and ethical implications of AI technologies are carefully considered and addressed, and that appropriate safeguards are put in place to prevent their misuse. Furthermore, it is essential to involve a diverse range of stakeholders, including experts from a variety of disciplines, in the development and deployment of AI technologies to ensure that their potential benefits are maximized while their potential risks are minimized. Addressing potential risks and benefits of AI technologies, including the potential for AI to be used to address pressing global challenges like climate change and healthcare, AI technologies have the potential to revolutionize various industries and solve complex global challenges. For example, in the field of healthcare, AI can be used to develop more accurate and efficient diagnosis tools, predict disease outbreaks, and improve the development of new drugs. Similarly, in the field of climate change, AI can be used to analyze large data sets and help identify the most effective strategies for reducing greenhouse gas emissions. However, the rapid advancement of AI technologies also poses significant risks, such as the loss of jobs to automation, algorithmic bias, and the misuse of AI for harmful purposes such as spreading disinformation and cyber attacks. The potential for AI to be used in surveillance and control is also a concern. Therefore, it is crucial to approach the development and deployment of AI technologies with caution and transparency, ensuring that they are ethically and responsibly designed and used. This includes taking steps to mitigate the risks associated with AI, such as implementing measures to prevent bias in algorithms and ensuring that AI systems are transparent and accountable. Additionally, efforts should be made to ensure that the benefits of AI are distributed equitably and that vulnerable populations are not further marginalized by the adoption of AI technologies. Highlighting the need for greater public engagement and dialogue around AI, as well as greater investment in research and development to ensure that AI technologies are developed and deployed in a way that is ethical, responsible, and beneficial to society as a whole. The development and deployment of AI technologies, including language models like GPT-3, raise important ethical and societal questions that require greater public engagement and dialogue. As AI technologies become more advanced and ubiquitous, it is important to ensure that they are developed and deployed in a way that is responsible, ethical, and beneficial to society as a whole. This requires not only greater investment in research and development, but also greater attention to ethical considerations and the potential risks and benefits of AI technologies. It is important to ensure that AI technologies are developed and deployed in a way that is transparent, accountable, and inclusive, and that takes into account the concerns and perspectives of a wide range of stakeholders. Furthermore, it is important to recognize that AI technologies have the potential to address pressing global challenges such as climate change and healthcare, by enabling more efficient and effective decision-making and resource allocation. However, to fully realize the potential benefits of AI, it is essential to ensure that AI technologies are developed and deployed in a way that is responsible and ethical, and that takes into account the potential risks and challenges associated with their use. Overall, greater public engagement and dialogue around AI, as well as greater investment in research and development, can help ensure that AI technologies are developed and deployed in a way that is beneficial to society as a whole, and that helps to address some of the most pressing global challenges of our time.